Hello, Rick.
Hey, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. And hello, everybody. We're not Artie, but we play one on TV. Sorry, I got to turn off the volume on YouTube. So, Artie is on walkabout. He's trying to find himself. It's a spiritual journey, and he asked us to hold the fort until he logs in. So, I'm just going to sit here and stare at the camera because I was just expecting to be in the background making rude comments while Artie showed us parts of Sydney Central Station. How about you, Rick? What are you doing?
I got the notice last minute and said, "Hey, why don't you come up and party with us tonight?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. I'm not doing anything else. Might as well." So, yeah, figured I would pop up here.
So, hello, George. Hello, Dwight, Curly, Ray Bertelson, Tammy and Ray are here, and Les is here. Nice to have you all here.
Everybody's still popping in. I didn't even open up YouTube, so I'm just going off of StreamYard.
I really should. I always pop it up just because if I type on Artie's screen, it comes up as Artie saying it.
You're absolutely right.
So if I'm going to do something rude, I want to make sure I get blamed for it and not Artie. Then again, maybe I should do it the other way.
Yeah, maybe. It's never a bad idea.
Hello, Dave BNSF.
Dave is in the house.
My problem is I use up all my material doing my live stream last night, and so I need to feed off Artie or somebody. Hey, Thomas Splitrock, how are you, sir?
Thomas in the house. Let's see. Somewhere here it says
Stormy Sky. Stormy Sky, nice little premiere video you did. It's weird to be in September and the first video you start off with is trains in the snow. You're either in northern Alaska or it's old video. Good morning, Mike at Putnam Junction. Something's keeping you awake over there in the UK since it's about 1 a.m. But yes, Artie is supposed to be live from Sydney Central Station. And, well, he just said, start the show if he's not here. So I started the show. He's still not here. Yeah, I probably should have had something prepared, but I've been, the big thing here is I have a garage that is missing 1/4 of its walls.
Oh, are you expanding or?
No. We hired back in March, we hired a company to do our driveway. Our driveway has needed redone for 20 years. And we finally had stuff set aside that we could do it. So we contracted this company and we had extra money. And my garage floor, because I used to work on cars in the garage and you get oil and acid and it eats up the concrete. So I said, hey, by the way, the floor of my garage is not looking good. Can we resurface it? And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll come down and grind it down 2 inches and then just put 2 inches of new on it. So they came in, I had to get everything out of my garage, all my workbenches, my saw tables and everything. And I've had shelves in there that had the kids' sporting equipment and old automotive stuff back when I used to really work heavily on cars. So we pulled all this shelving out and there's a big crack going from the upper left-hand corner all the way down. Now, there was a little crack there 10, 15 years ago when I put the shelves up. And this is freestanding shelves, not mounted into the wall. So they were loaded and just, you didn't see the crack. Well, we pulled it away and what may have been a 32nd of an inch, 64th of an inch gap was now 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. Basically, the back corner of my garage, the back left corner was falling away. And we live in a tight residential neighborhood, urban neighborhood. So, and the neighbors behind us have kids, and that easily could have fallen over and killed a kid. So they said,
Yeah.
that's not good. And I was looking at going, yeah, that's not good. So we asked them, they said, we can fix it. We can either underpin it, dig under the floor, underpin it and pull it back in, or we'll have to knock out a wall and a little bit on each side and then redo it. But what's happening is years of erosion, because I am literally, the very edge of my property is a foot higher than my neighbor's property. So my garage is on an incline. And after 70 years since this house was built, erosion has just caused the ground to sink. So the back corner just dropped. So they decided to go on the underpinning try. So they cut out, I don't know how well familiar you are with this, but they cut out a giant square of concrete that they're going to yank out and then do the work under it. Well, they cut out. Now, normally when you do underpinning and do that big cutout of concrete, they did the when they pulled back some other stuff, they found the crack in the foundation. They said your foundation around your rat foundation is not, it has clearly sunk in, and that's what's causing everything. We don't know if it's cracked or if it's just sunken. And anyhow, they pulled it all back and found that crack. So they cut a horizontal cut in the back of the garage, no problem. They did the vertical cut where they're going to say, okay, we're going to start underpinning right here. As soon as they did the vertical cut, they went so far. And normally when you cut the square, the floor will drop. The floor stayed. The side of the garage dropped. Oh, yeah. That was like, oh, we're going to immediate. Now they brought in wood and they had to jack up the back end, and it's a 2.5 car garage. So they had to jack up the entire roof. They had to brace the back and hold it in place until they could get the crews in the next morning. And then the next day they were blowing out the back of my garage. And that's what they've been doing the last 2 days. They've still got more. They're coming in tomorrow. They're going to work on a Sunday because we had rain for a couple of days where they couldn't get anything done. And I feel guilty because you hire these guys to do a driveway and put in a little garage floor. And all of a sudden, now they got to do this major garage reno. I mean, I'm paying for it and they're getting paid, but there are people that have been waiting for their driveway to get done. And now that's delayed because the crew supposed to be working for them is doing more work for me.
I had something similar to that happen at my mom's house many, many years ago. Back kitchen wall, the kitchen was an add-on to this 3-story row home. And unbeknownst to us, what was happening is the gutter went right down. The gutter that was on the back of the kitchen came down a drain pipe and actually went into a storm drain.
Okay.
So you never saw the water. You kind of heard it when it rained, but you never really saw it. What we didn't realize is that at some point, the stucco that was on the back wall had pulled forward. And it pulled forward enough that instead of the rain going into the gutter, it is now going off of the roof and behind the stucco. So we didn't see it on the inside at all.
Right.
It just it went back behind the waterproofing and went down to the ground. And then I remember one day I was in the house and I went to get something out of the cabinet, whether, I don't know, cereal or something out of the cabinet. And I went and I closed the cabinet pretty hard and the wall kind of like shifted back a little bit. And I'm like, oh, that was really weird. And so I went and I touched it again. And sure enough, it was starting to go like this. And I'm like, so I called my, my stepfather, who was a general contractor in his younger years, and immediately had him come over. And I said, look at this. And I touched it a little bit more. And he's like, yeah, okay, don't do that. And then we went out in the backyard and he was standing there and he's looking at it. And sure enough, just my little bit of pushing had pushed it out about 2 inches, 2.5 inches, something like that. And he basically went, okay, we're clear. Go ahead and give it a good shove. And sure enough, I put 2 hands up on the wall and went like this. And an entire 8-foot section of wall just went down with no problem. So we, again, just like you, we had to brace up the back wall, get the roof level again, and then basically rebuild the wall and do vinyl siding and all that.
Yeah, so they have to go all the way down, dig out the old raft foundation and put a new one in. And there's like 2 feet of property line behind my garage and my neighbor's yard. And on the other side, well, that's behind the garage. And on the other side, it's the property line. My garage is right on the property line. So I've been apologizing to my neighbors.
Oh,
is this N
Dominique's
scale?
got a
No, this is HO. This is HO. Hey, Ian is here. Nice to have you, Ian from Lehigh River Subdivision. Joe Rader. Wow, Joe, you've been doing a lot of great work for other people. Now you need to be able to work for yourself, or you need to make those people do something for you now. Yeah. So for those of you just coming in, Artie is supposed to be coming live from Sydney Station, but he is he's lost in trying to find himself. And rumors that he's propositioning a hooker in the station are not true, even though he's been seen in an ATM.
And for those curious, Rita has not left the country, so it's not her.
And other rumors that the hooker was a drag, we can't confirm or deny. So,
yep.
Hello, Thomas Grassi. How are you?
In other words, we cannot deny nor confirm.
But yeah, this is HO, and it's also 3-rail. I do European trains. Anybody who knows my channel knows I do Central European trains, basically Germany and Austria and the Czech Republic, those 3 countries. So yeah, it's HO. In fact, I was just I've had this happen once when I was watching a live stream 3 years ago, and then somebody just posted a video, a gentleman from the UK. And this is a problem we have in the model train world, in the English speaking world. Apparently Canadians, Americans, the gentlemen and ladies in the UK and Australia, those, and New Zealand. So those 5 official English speaking countries. We in the English speaking world use 2 words. We say DCC and DC, and we use them when we actually should be saying digital and analog. Is your system digital or analog? No, is your system DCC or DC? And this is the problem. In Europe, continental Europe, DC means 2-rail, and then there's AC means 3-rail. So this gentleman saw a American train, and he's doing a video because it was just a really gorgeous locomotive, and he was really excited about it, and he's going to put it on his British Hornby track, this 2-rail system, and Maryland is 3-rail. And and I'm sitting there talking to the video like the guy could actually hear me. I mean, he already posted it. He's already posted the video. It's not live. And I'm like, no, don't put it on your track. Don't put it on your track. And he goes to put it on his system. And he's holding up the box. He says, oh, this is great. It says DCC and DC. So it goes both ways. Now, American comes with these little skis ears for the 3-rail pickup, but it says it's DC and DCC. It says, yes, it has a DCC protocol chip in it if you're going to operate it on a 2-rail, well, not a 2-rail, a 3-rail system, but it will read both Maryland's own protocol, which is called MM or MFX. And so when he was seeing DC, what that was saying is that he was reading it wrong. Let's put it that way. He was reading it wrong. He thought it's DCC and DC. No. That's not what I'm saying. It's digital, and it has to be on 3-rail track. So it's like you're going to put a short on your system. If you ever see a beautiful locomotive and it says Maryland or it says AC on it, you cannot put it on your 2-rail system unless you change the tires out to the wheels out, the axles out to a 2-rail wheel set, a 2-rail axle, because the Maryland stuff, like even a cute little thing like this. My friend Jean Ricard gave this to my son Kyan, my grandson Kyan, recently. But you can't put this. You look at this, you say, oh, my son will like this. You can't put this on your 2-rail system. You can't put this on your whether it's DCC or DC. This has non-insulated axles. So if you put this car on a DC system, you're going to short your system out because it's just like putting a metal rod across your track. Anyhow, we have found Artie.
Hey guys, going. I've got my bail money out. I'm out and without. So g'day everybody. Welcome along. I've just snuck on a bus at the moment, so we're going to do a quick tour of Sydney in a double-decker bus, vintage double-decker bus, since there's no steam trains on the platform at the moment. So we'll start with this.
Have you notified the people on the bus that they're on live internet podcast?
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. No fun in that. G'day, Stormy. G'day, Joe. Let me just change the camera.
Artie, is that your parole officer in the back of the bus?
No, that's the police. The police still looking for me. I just robbed the bank, so they're still looking for me. So,
Gosh, I wouldn't see that live on YouTube. And the camera goes.
Artie, if you look behind you carefully, it looks like there's a woman in a police uniform back there. It may just be her blouse or something, but she sure looks like a police officer back there. So you're on a prison bus, Artie, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on the prison bus.
That's what it is.
The old prison bus, that's the correct. Okay. I switched the cameras around, so hopefully, look, we just got to wait for the Beatles to arrive across the road. G'day, Lehi, how are you? G'day, Rick, welcome, mate. Thanks for giving us a helping hand. Oh, I'm alive.
Oh, that's the best thing.
I haven't melted yet. It's going to be a warm one here today. So we're starting off here at Central Station. That's the old station building there. It's not the original; it's a third station building for that matter. A nice little park we've got here. So this is where all the trains for this state start from and finish at. I didn't get to go in the clock tower. I'm not in the mood for doing hard labour this week. G'day, Split Rock, how are you? Yeah, basically a prison bus. Yeah, thanks. Yes, it is very nice architecture. Actually, the main building was done first before the actual clock tower itself. I've already been in that clock tower. I didn't know they were doing tours on it, but they was booked out and sold out pretty quick.
Is that time accurate? 11:15 a.m.
Yes. With the daylight savings time, yeah, they've had it all adjusted. We got the trolleys up in there. Suburban trains are up in the speed ups. We got the suburban line on the other side, and another park out here. It's a nice place to hang out. I used to have nice roses up in this garden here, but since basically cost-cutting measures and whatnot, and not having any greenkeepers, we don't have any rose gardens anymore.
If you look in the trees, you might see a drop bear.
Yeah, no. They're at the football. They're at the football grand final, or up at Bathurst 1000. We've got the super. What do you call it? The supercar races on this weekend.
Yes, Dominique, Artie is in Australia.
Yes, Dominic, I'm in Australia. Sorry I was late with streaming. As I said, I was just trying to find some money. Just in case I do get myself into trouble, I've got to bribe my way out of it, because these two here always get me into trouble. Yeah, there's 2 London buses here. Yeah, and this is one of the old Leyland bus. It all depends on your age.
Really?
It all depends on your age, Rick. Yes, yes. On the public transport here, if you got an old pension card like me, you got $2.50 all day in the whole network, unlimited travel. That regardless whether whether it's bus, train, ferry, trams.
That's not bad.
And here's one. Here's the tram here now.
Nice.
What crimes did they run the bus to do? Oh man, not taking enough convicts to the wharfs, mate. That's what it was. Now they did used to be trams that used to go under this bridge, and actually until the late '60s, Australia or Sydney had the biggest tram network in the country. Bit of whiplash there. A lot of architecture here has changed. This building here is quite new. Oh, crappers! I just noticed something. He's taking us past the Central Police Station, and now I'm in trouble.
I'm noticing a lot of the buildings have rounded corners. It doesn't look like there's a lot of like 90 degrees.
No, well there is. This one here's got 45, but yeah, it is very rounded. But if you have a look, a lot of the older buildings has got the old English Victorian style architecture.
Yep.
If I were Richard.
Victorian.
Yeah. But you'll change. It all depends on who it was. Now, there's one for you, Rick, over there, the faded billboard in the background.
Oh, yeah.
I did have some photos of some of the skyscrapers that's behind me. When the old ones were knocked down, some of the old billboards came exposed. Here's one that's been revamped. Used to be an old pub. It's all been done up now.
Wow. I love those little triangle corner buildings. They're awesome.
Yeah. There's some there. These ones here that we see where the corner pub is, and these ones here, they're basically the second generation buildings after the convicts once we start settling in. G'day, Ray, how are you? There's one of the commuter buses there. If you can see it.
We're going to have a test at the end of the show. You guys have to start writing down all the numbers to the buses and trains.
Yeah. But commonly, in Australia, we had the way you got your directions once upon a time was going by the pub corners. What pub at what corner? Sorry about the roughness. It's an old bus.
That's all right.
There's another. G'day, Randall. How are you?
Hey, Randall.
And Salvation headquarters. Okay, we're going to be going around Hyde Park. Now, you've got museum station, and we've got an underground railway system that's underneath. We've got the big war memorial here for all the fallen diggers. There's a shrine in there. You see, we got big ammo here, not like what you guys got in America.
Oh my God, they're bullets.
Yeah, see, we got the big ones.
Jeez.
Yeah. We've got a tunnel access here to the underground. Now, I believe this is one of the tunnel accesses to a lighting show when we got the Vivid Lighting Festival on here in late May, early June. But it's a very nice park here. There's a lot of events that takes place up in here. Of course, you've got the vent. This is one of the original streets. We will be going past the barracks, I think. But we come into the regional part of Sydney where it all started from, basically where I'm pointing the camera. That's the original part of the city.
Is
Of
that
course,
all
we
the is that all the same park, or are these two different?
This one here, though, except to the one that we saw before. But this is just one park, Hyde Park, and it's divided in two sections. Sorry. Yeah, you've got this one here, and it's split by the road. That takes you to King's Cross up to our red light district. Australia drives on the east side of the road.
Robin, welcome in. Welcome in.
Oh, hello, Robin. How are you? Everybody wish Robin Taylor a happy birthday. She had a birthday
Robin, happy
on
birthday.
Tuesday.
Woo.
Good
She
night,
thought
Dominique.
I forgot it. Yeah, Dominic. She thought I forgot about it, but no, I was going to leave it for the stream so that we can all wish her a happy birthday. Happy 18th again there, Robin. But yeah, these parks have done up pretty nicely. And now, which way is it going? Yep, it's going right. So up that way is King's Cross, takes you to Bondi Beach, the famous Bondi Beach.
It's amazing how many things are named after London.
Yes.
Hyde Park,
Yes.
King's Cross. You say these things, and I'm looking at them like, I've been at Hyde Park. That's not what it looks like. I've been to King's Cross. That's not what, but it's Sydney, not London.
Yeah, but our King's Cross is more fun than the King's Cross in the UK.
Well, yeah,
And we'll just leave it at.
if you cross the King in England, you get your head cut off.
Yeah, but not here. Not here. No. Now there's the Captain Cook Memorial statue up in the background there. They're on the trees. Bloody trees.
Hey,
Even though this is not where he first landed, we've got the Sydney Museum there. Haven't been in there for a long time, but that's where I used to go and hide and do my homework every now and then when I didn't go to school. The main police station's on the other side of the park, so thank God he didn't go past there because he's still looking for me. So now we're going to go.
A cop on the
Yeah.
bus behind you.
He's gone. He was going to hang around for us.
No, on your bus. On your bus. There's a cop sitting in the back seat.
Oh my.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I'm in trouble.
I told you. I saw her there. You thought I was teasing you? No, there was.
Yes.
No, there was a female officer. She was blonde, and she clearly she was either military or police, but she had the light blue shirt. She had the dark navy blue collars on, and she looked. But if you said she was Navy or something, I would have said, "Oh, okay."
Oh, Christ. I can't think of the name. Help me here, Robin. That's one of our main cathedrals here in Sydney. Now we're coming to where the barrack. We're going to be going past the.
He knows the red light district by name, but he can't remember the church. Okay, Artie.
Oh, yeah, I remember the important things, you know. Yeah. But we're going through where the original barracks and that is, and
Kind of looks like Notre Dame.
Almost. It's got to be a name for it somewhere here.
Do you know what was it meant to be, or was it like modeled after, or?
No, that's just.
Don't know.
Rick, that's just standard neo-Gothic architecture. So,
Yeah.
you know, like in the UK, I could say, you know, that looks like Gloucester Cathedral.
Yeah.
And
That there is it. Sorry, that's the old barracks there. That's where a lot of the old convicts and the soldiers were actually kept. This is all our court precinct in here. This is where I'm most probably in this time next year. A lot of lawyers and politicians in this area, so we should hurry up now.
So still the convicts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these used to be the high-rise skyscrapers here each day. There's many more down here. If you looked at one of my Fun Day videos, last month, I think. What? No, in June, I actually got photos of a lot of the architecture from Sydney and here, a lot of the old ones. But we'll take more of it. There's just so many. And it's really actually hard to get a lot of photos now because of these green things. They're called trees. Rick's relatives. You see they're still building up down there, knocked down the old. This used to be our version of Macy's, David Jones. Now we're going into the heart of the city.
So Artie, would you say this would be like your historic district? Is this where, like, you know, they do they like not, are there certain like buildings that they can't touch because of history, or, you know, anything?
Yes. Yes, there are a lot of buildings like where we were they cannot touch. And I think it was on that street where we were, where the barracks is, along that street there's a lot of heritage buildings that cannot be touched. The outside cannot be touched. They can redecorate the inside, but they cannot change the looks on the outside. For example, like this building here, if it comes to the point where this has got to be knocked down, they cannot do the outside. They can only do the inside.
Interesting.
Is that your home? Thomas, it's my big main city. I'm actually an hour and a half south by train. So it's not far for me to come up to Sydney, which is an advantage of living where I am. You can get out of this rat race. And we've got the Centrepoint Tower here. That was the tallest building. Now they are still doing a lot of this area here up, because we used to have, running along the top here, we used to have the monorail. Robin will remember that. G'day, high speeds. Steam that way. We actually used to have a monorail system going through here. And believe it or not, there is the monorail track used to be on one of Jackie Chan's movies. I think it was the second part or the third part of the series that he'd done. I can't remember the movies. And we got, yeah, it's going to be quick at the moment. So you've still got a lot of the old structure here they've got in place. Of course, this one's all done up new.
Oh, wow. That's different.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I haven't seen this one before. It's basically like a honeycomb, isn't it?
I don't know what the actual term is for that, but reverse bay windows. That seems like it gives them a balcony, but
well, sort of not. You've got the Meriton Hotel up there. There's the fire station, so they might be busy today. And that's the original firehouse there. That's the original firehouse.
Yeah.
But if you notice something, the difference between the buildings here in Australia is the awnings over the shops, which you don't see much in the United States.
No, not much. Yeah.
No. There's one of the old buildings there that you see here. The skeleton's been preserved, but if you have a look, there's a skyscraper built up from the middle of it. That's looking down towards Darling Harbour. Sorry, it's going to be quick. Yeah, well, you don't want to be doing deliveries in here now, Robin. Robin used to do deliveries. Now, I used to drive interstate buses, and we're going to go past it. I used to have to go down that street, and I'll show you where the terminal used to be. So now we come back pretty much to where we started from.
Round trip?
Round trip. Yep. Doesn't take us very long. When I used to do the tourist coaches in my younger days, we used to have the terminal just down around the corner here. And when I came here earlier in the year, I couldn't believe it, but where we used to park the coaches, like those Greyhound coaches, there's a skyscraper in there now. You see one being revamped there. So Central Square, that's been done up. But we used to have our ticket offices by where this bus is, up along that landing. And where this building is here, which is a transformer, that used to be our, g'day Mike, how are you? Oh, good night then, bud. That's where we used to park our coaches. That was the bus terminal. This is a bit more an old architecture that comes back to when we had the market precinct down here. This is where all the arts theatres are, like for your stage productions and that. It's all around down this part of the town. And they retained a lot of the old architecture here as much as they could. So for Robin, she'd get lost here now.
So Artie, where you're at now, is there not like an underground subway system or?
The underground starts. See that bridge where we went? See that bridge there?
Right.
In the background. The underground starts to the left of it.
Okay.
But and it does do a loop around the city. And there is actually another rail system going underneath at the moment. Where you see the hole there, well, you've just seen this hole, if you've seen it. That's where the tunnel boring machine is for the new line, which is being done underground. So now we're coming back to where we started from. Oh shit! I just remembered something.
So you guys have underground subway, above ground tram, and the bus system.
Bus system, yeah, and we also got above. Yep. The underground basically, excuse me, starts from here and finishes off here. Except for the Bondi Junction service, that starts a bit further down. Trams are only just coming back. Like that's a new system there now. They basically put that line back in after they took it out. They put it back in. University precinct up in the distance there. That building in the tall tower there. That's where I've done my training for my pilot's license. But where that big building is in the distance, if you see it with all the grass and weeds on it, that actually used to be the old brewery where they used to make the beer. So they sold it all off to do apartments. I just remember something, guys. I might be in a bit of trouble. When I got on this bus, I didn't buy a ticket. So I might be in a bit of trouble, I think. Yeah, so see what happens. Now that building,
you had one job, buy a ticket.
yeah, just to buy a ticket. Where that brick building is there, that used to be the post office dispatch. And there used to be a warehouse where this tall crane is. Remember how we used to do the mail orders through the catalogues? That all used to be dispatched here through the intricate tunnel system to every platform to the country trains. Okay, I'm going to try to sneak off now, guys. See if I wonder if the bell still works. Yeah, it does. Oops. Yeah, we're right.
Oh, she's
Now I'm
waiting
in
for you. She's
Uh-oh.
waiting for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Check his
Uh-oh.
ticket. Check his ticket.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hey, I noticed these things.
Oh, okay.
In German, we'd call you a Schwarzfahrer.
Oh, we lost camera. Either the camera froze or Artie just got arrested. We're not sure. Crime live on camera. Yep.
Yes, we are getting word right now. Wait, the feed is back. Artie, this is,
Hey,
central office. Are you okay? We are getting reports from Sydney that there is some sort of altercation taking place right now. Artie is currently being kicked in the shins by what is either a hobbit, a small child, or a little person.
Run, Artie, run.
Sydney police are intervening. And we lost him.
We lost Artie. All right.
Mr. and Mrs. America, this is Walter Cronkite here at CBS Studios in New York. And that's the way it is.
EOSS. Well, let's all hope that Artie is okay and not currently under siege at this point.
Oh, let's go right to it. Let's hope
playing
he's not tased. Or for more views, let's hope he is. Take one for the team, Artie. Take one for the team.
Seriously, how do you get on the bus and not realize that you didn't pay? That's got to be the most hilarious thing.
Because you have a plan. Okay, I'm going to go get the ticket and then get on the bus. And then you get your wallet. Oh, crikey, I forgot to get the money. So I'm going to go to the ATM. And then you go to the ATM, you get the money, and then, I've got to hurry and catch that bus.
Not realizing that you just got money for said bus.
Right. That the problem is getting the money for the bus distracts you from getting the ticket for the bus. Getting the money for the ticket makes you forget the actual ticket.
Model train aficionado Chris. So Artie was doing a live tour for us and taking us on a bus ride through Sydney. Was it Sydney?
Yes, Sydney Central, and around Sydney Central train station.
Around Sydney Central. And the problem is Artie got on the bus and gave us a good, 30-minute tour or so, and then abruptly realized that somehow or another he forgot to buy a ticket. And we left Artie while he was exiting the bus, but he was approached by what looked like some sort of transportation authority. And we're not sure right now if Artie is in custody or just changing location.
Now, there's also a slight possibility he just lost his internet feed, but our stories are much better.
I believe. I strongly.
My
believe.
story. See, you got your story in first. My story was he had pointed out the red light district, and we went 2 more corners, and.
Yep. Yeah. See, Robin's got it. They confiscated his phone as payment for the ride.
That's just it. He got off the bus. He's fine. It's no different in Australia that somebody's waiting to take your ticket when you get off the bus. What I missed was that a city bus, or was it one of the hop on, hop off tour buses?
Yeah.
But like a lot of people do that, when I'm in Germany and even in the UK, they hop on either the mid doors or they get on, or they flash something, because he talked about it's an all day pass. I mean, and he said it was like $2 or $2.50. So it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
No.
Berlin, you can spend $2 to $5 and you get an all day pass that covers all the trams, all the big cities in Germany are like that. The UK, you have to get that Oyster card. They don't have an all day pass in London. It's you prepay a card and then you just keep using the card till the card's out of money.
Robin, I can certainly see Artie doing a runner. The question is whether or not Artie can do the running.
Yeah, Artie probably is just maybe he saw a bunny rabbit and got distracted.
It was a dingo.
It was a dingo.
Let's admit it.
It was a dingo eating a baby.
Robin says perhaps a slow walk. Well, I don't know if a slow walk's going to get him out of that one.
See, the problem is last time this happened about a year ago when he was doing a tour, and I already did all my bits with CBS Radio contacting and the confrontation he had with the rent-a-cop.
Chris, if you contribute a couple of bucks, the ratings for the show will definitely go down. We need to see the outcome here. In New York City, an all-day pass will cost you $1 million. I don't doubt you on that one. This is made for TV. Yeah, it's like, we're the co-anchors just waiting to hear. And this just in, we got word from Australia.
All right, Artie is currently in negotiation with the Australian police. Right now, they are demanding 2 cases of beer and 3 AC/DC CDs.
Oh my gosh, jeez.
Wait. Oh. Apparently a deal has been struck, a last-minute deal, and Artie is being allowed to return.
We return you now to your program already in progress.
Sorry, guys, I had to negotiate my way out of that one. Bloody tickets. Who invented bloody tickets? So that was the bus that I got kicked off there. It was meant to go to Palm Beach. As you see on the destination board, it never took me nowhere near Palm Beach. Jeez, I got ripped off.
Did you actually get kicked off of the bus?
Hey, you didn't get ripped off.
What do you mean I didn't get ripped off?
If you didn't pay, you're out nothing.
Yeah, but it says it was going to Palm Beach. I want to go to the beach.
Then pay.
G'day, Liz. What? Well, of course I was going to pay on delivery, but they didn't deliver me.
For a nice 2-layer effect.
Bugger it. Still cost me $50 and a Markland train set.
Oh my. Well worth it.
You just happened to have those on you.
Yeah, I do. I've got to deal with.
I'll do for you, my friend, but I'm not giving up one of my Markland train sets just to keep you out of trouble.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Well, Artie, I love
Artie,
you,
you're
but love has a limit. And if the choice is between giving up one of my Miraculin trains and you taking it up the butt in a prison cell, bend over and enjoy.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Artie, I have to admit, your viewers did try to take up a collection on your behalf, but I was very strongly against it and advised that we not go that far just for rating value.
Just for rating value, you just want to see me suffer. Thanks, mate. You're a great buddy too. So the penthouse suite that I had booked up in see that tower there, Anthony?
Yes.
Well, I did have a penthouse suite booked out for you and Joyce and me up on top there for next year. I'm just going to cancel it now.
And you? A penthouse suite for Joyce and me and you?
Yeah.
No.
What? No.
I wasn't going there, Anthony. I wasn't going there.
Well, there's enough room for the whole three of us.
Train. And you think my wife is going to be even cheaper? Hell no.
Oh, I did not say that. Yeah, I did not say that.
I got us a penthouse suite for the three of us.
Yeah, well, yeah, forget it now, mate.
You don't.
I mean, there are three
to figure that one out.
But anyway, all jokes aside, when you see those high rises in the distance, I show some
cob in the middle of Sydney.
Yeah, that actually, I don't know if you guys remember me showing a bit of the videos and whatnot, Darling Harbour and the rail yards and the market precinct. That's what used to be there. And there's an old Lehman bus. These used to be common.
Oh
hop on that bus, Artie, quick.
No, they'll get me to drive it. No, thank you. Hi, Chris, how are you?
Wait a minute. I see a win-win here. You get to drive it. You're going to get paid, so you make money while doing your tour.
He's not going to make any money at all. He's got to go back and pay for the other bus.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Rick. Yeah, and the Armstrong power steering is not working at the moment. But all jokes aside, I mean, they're a great bunch of people. They're from the Sydney Bus Museum. They have restored a lot of the old Sydney buses. They have imported a couple of London buses into Sydney. Oh, what's going on here? They have brought out I think they've got 2 or 3 London buses here. And when we've got big events like this going on, they bring them out. They also use these buses at some train shows as a shuttle service between the train station and the model train shows.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and I've already given them a donation, so yeah, nice donation. But it's a worthy cause. Now, the other building that's over there, that's all new. When that got knocked down, the original one that was knocked down there, you were able to see the old billboard that was on the old buildings behind it. So we're going to go into the station and have a look at what the station looks like now. This used to be the main entrance and concourse. On this section here used to be the baggage hall. We used to be able to drop off your bags for interstate and country trains. Used to be able to go in. There used to be a doorway there. Used to be able to drop off your bags in there. And the workers used to actually take the trains. And look, we're going to have live entertainment. So just warning you, everybody's got their volumes up. Turn it down because this is going to might get loud. Let me just try to get to a nice location. As you guys can see, it's all packed in here at the moment. She sings better than you. Your leader does there, Rick. Take care, Randall. Good day, DS Media. How are you, buddy? And of course, you always get those that decide, oh, we're going to walk in front of everybody. Alright, so we'll go to the main platform.
Mom and son wants to know if you paid for the entertainment. Otherwise, this could be a copy strike. Copyright.
Hang on a minute. I'm not the only one that's doing a video of it.
Well, that's true. You are in a public venue.
I am at a public venue, that's right. And I didn't take the full version, so it's not a copy strike. So this is the main concourse of the central station. Let me just get away from the crowds. I'm going to get some old photos. But there used to be cafeterias all pumped along the gates here before the terminal. That's the station platforms to my right. Just bear with me for a minute.
Yeah, a couple of people wanted to know what that sign for Transport Heritage was, Artie. The one that's
okay. Okay, that's what we do. That's where we are now. They do an expo here every October. The October long weekend, where they bring the old buses out, which we were on. We're going to go and have a look at the trains in a moment. Like the Filmy Rail Museum, they come out here to run their steam engines and raise some money to run them. I've already gone on a train this afternoon at 3:30. I'm going on the Garrett. Well, in the passenger car anyway. So that's what we're doing up here. That's what I decided to do. We've got the our main engine here, the 3801. Our only streamline engine that was here in Australia. There was, I think, 5 of them done up in the streamline. AD660, that's right. Our steam, I'm going on one of them. Now, she's been repainted long ago.
How many platforms does Sydney Station have?
26 platforms. So as you can see, I'm not going to go onto the footplate. There's just a queue a mile long. That's what it basically is for me.
Love that color. Color.
It's an apple green. I mean, I'll get up into the cab one time in this steam engine, so you guys all can have a look. But yeah, it's apple green, apparently.
Over there.
G'day, buddy. And we've got the fat controller here. It's lost a bit of weight.
I'm the inspector. As you can see, I'm, sort of, I've still got my boyish figure. And, I'm Billy. Yeah, that's Willie. And he's the porter.
Here's the porter.
Yeah.
And you actually look like you lost weight.
I do, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'd rather have, but I've been going on the 3801 and inhaling some of that steam. And
I bet they got you shoveling the coal too.
It did. But it did. I was shoveling a lot of coal. A lot of it. Yeah. Getting it in there, and I had cheeks, red cheeks and everything. He did well.
And you were fanning him to make him cold.
Yeah, that one. This fellow's the porter. That's Willie the porter.
Willie the porter.
Billy
the porter.
Billy the porter.
Sorry, I've got.
Billy, what's that coming out of that luggage there?
Hey, wait, what? That
Hang on,
looks like. What are you up to, Billy? That's lingerie.
That's he's packed it away well. There you are, the magic. He's packed it away. Look, he's packed it away.
Oh, he's packed it away. Okay. He's hiding the evidence.
So if you don't pack it away, you better pack it in.
Yep.
All right.
Belong to the missiles. Hey, Scott Ray.
Yeah, it's too late now. Wait. Oh, no, the porters weren't allowed to be married today. But they do play around with, I mean, there's the hostesses. That's what the uniforms they used to wear. So porters probably would have been, mingling with them in the staff car.
They look like Pan Am stewardess.
Train Video Productions. There's a queue, a big queue here at the moment. I will go up to the museum another time and we'll be able to get up into a cab of the 3801. But as you can see, it's a bit of a lineup. Now we do have the old American style heritage cars. The heritage cars, they've all been done up. They've been brought up in here. You can actually have the dining experience in the carriages down a bit further. We'll just walk down into the platform. Actually, I'm going to go to the other platform. So this is 2 and 3. I'm going to go over to the other side, which is platform 1.
Yeah, you have to wait in line to do that, Train Video Production. So.
Yeah. No, we've got to go to standing line, but I mean, I will get back up to the museum one time, and I will get a proper video of it. Now, that's 30 out of 1 just for the American viewers, since I've got so many of you here. An interesting fact about that steam engine is that its chassis was actually made in the US. I can't remember who was the manufacturer, but it was actually made in the US. One of the chassis, sorry, excuse my language. So there's our EMD, the first generation diesels. Still in, this colour scheme was done up as an anniversary colour scheme for the 125th anniversary, and it remained in this colour scheme. She's one of three of her types still in existence and operational. The New South Wales built ones. F7. It's in between an F7 and an E8. If that helps you out there, Train Video. Now we've got an Alco 45 class. Now, the way they are operating our steam trains at the moment, they're done up in a push-pull configuration. We've got the diesels Sydney end, and then we've got the steam engines which are down the other end, which will walk down the other end. So that's what their requirements are. Now 421, this engine here, she finished off in that livery. Now that's an updated version of this one. The difference between them two is that's actually got a proper full driver's cab down the other end. Actually, talking about going for rides on trains, I'll be on that one this afternoon. Um, yeah, part of it. So you see, we try to keep up with the Americans, and you see, we did put the driver's cab on the left-hand side, and you see there, right? So what do you Americans do? You put it on the right-hand side. So now who's back to front? That's all been restored. That does have a modern train tracking in the middle there. Display there to get it covered flat. This is Northern Rivers colour scheme. It was one of the earlier private railroad companies when the government sold off its network, it privatised it. And this is the number 2 end. As you guys can see, it's got a 4 proper driver's cab in it.
Very cool.
Okay, welcome to the channel, Jeff. So they've done these, so that's what the modification is between the green and yellow one there and this one. It's just that they've actually provided a driver's door like that in front. There is a door on the other side of it. You can actually walk to the front of the platform here. We've got steam engines down the other end. So we'll walk up to the other end. Hopefully I don't get into trouble.
So is this what we're looking at now? Is this a part of the Heritage Show, or is this an actual operation?
Yes, this is part of the Heritage Show. You can get your tickets online. The tickets start, the average price for a train trip was $37, and it's an hour's trip. Now it goes down along the South Coastline. Well, she's just about to go. So this one has got the 35 class steam engine on it. So yeah, this is part of the Heritage Show. The 3 platforms here. This is where you catch all your country and interstate trains. The Indian Pacific actually comes on this platform here. For those that come along want to get a train to, hang on, let me catch my breath. For those that want to catch Indian Pacific, this is the platform you'll be on. So all of these carriages here are from Filmy. That guy they just walked past, he looks like a mate of mine. It's a copper. Yeah. I'll just keep walking. I forgot he's an undercover.
So there's a warning on the floor that says "Mind the gap."
Yep. So yeah, because of that. You see we've got the gap there.
Okay, gotcha. Rita was telling me the same thing, but it didn't make sense.
Yeah, but she was referring to a different gap. Now, when they are long trips with, or particularly now where it was scarce water, this used to be the water tenders for the steam engines. Of course, they're using it here. Now, the Garrett, they've used an old revamped fuel tanker. Now, with us going to the fire season, what Filmy Railway Museum has done, they've actually converted a few of those old fuel tankers to store water for, what's his name, for the bushfire fighting. Okay, between Sydney and Melbourne, you can say an average 11-hour trip, 11 to 12-hour trip. From here to Perth, it's approximately, you can say, 3 days. So this is a 35 class team. She's about to leave. See, when you misbehave, you end up having to travel up coal. And thankfully the wind's blowing the other way, so we don't get drowned in smoke. Okay, these heritage units here, they're actually used to belong to the state government. They weren't a private entity. You see that? So all these engines that you see, and all this rolling stock, was actually probably what they
Artie, we kind of lost your audio. You're really low.
Better now?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry about that. That would have been a steam engine. Okay. Here we go. Yes, Robin. She's in operation all this weekend, and they've only just finished repainting it too. She used to be in black. It was in black when I was up at filming.
Artie, are you waving?
Yeah, with one hand. Yeah. See, I'm waving. Goodbye, people. Goodbye. Yeah. But nobody's waving back.
Au revoir. Auf
Au revoir.
Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Das
Do
vidania.
Virginia. Yeah. Alright, so this one's going to Stratfield and back, which is on the western line.
Ciao bene.
And of course, you've got the 421 on the back. These are done up as they've got a good mixture of passenger cars in here. And of course, now we've got the Garrett. Should be leaving about another half an hour's time. The Garrett's taking a week. Yes. But then on the Garrett here, the fireman's got it easy because it's all auger driven. I just wait for the stampede to go past.
So, Artie, is that water in the front and coal in the back?
Okay, the way the Garrett works, you've got water in the front, water and coal in the back.
Wow.
So you've still got water in the back tender as well, but as well you've got the coal at the top and it's driven by an auger into the firebox. Right? Because we don't have water columns along the line where it's going, they've got the extra, they've got the fuel tanker there, converted as a water tanker. G'day, dear Daryl. Well, this was actually built here. It's not UK built, Ray. Got people coming through. It's gonna be. It's
But
gonna
they
be
do.
mandatory.
I think the confusion is they do have those UK bumpers on the bottom.
Oh, the bumpers, yes. Because we worked on an English system, and we had the bumpers there because we had the chain link couplings. But towards the late 60s and early 70s, they actually were going over to the knuckle couplings, which is the same as in the US. Now, we're just going to see, just bear with me for a minute. Let me try to get in front of the Garrett. Now, they did have a coupling setup. Yes, the Garrett's got it. Now, if you look at I can't zoom in. No, I can't. If you have a look at the coupling coupler actually pivots. So the knuckle can actually be pushed to the side, and they can use the chain and pull the car up to the buffer. But they now, most of the trains and main lines have got the knuckle couplings, or they've got the European style couplings for interurban trains.
Oh, derailed Daryl.
Now, where that white creamy building is on the other side there, there's two new platforms underneath there, and that's going to be the control panel for the new Metro rail that's running underneath. And on the other side of it is a suburban line that takes you into the underground. Now, the regional station for Central, it's a shame they didn't keep it, was up around where those Echo huts were. Then it got demolished. Actually, no, that was a second station, sorry. Sorry for the misinformation. That was the second station. This is the third one. The first one, I just walked it into the platform here. It's still existing, but it was turned into a mortuary platform. Now, Sydney used to have, or still has, a cemetery outside the city. And what they used to do is they used to do the funerals from here and take them to the big cemetery. So that's why it was called a mortuary train. There's a V-set. They'll be out of commission next year. I need to go for a ride on one of them and videotape while I still can. Get some shots of the Blue Mountains. Now, this one's an 8-car set, so this one's coming from Newcastle, which is a Sydney City. Yeah, sorry, I was wrong with that, Robin. Thanks for correcting me. But that 8-car set there, that would have been from Newcastle. That's what they run. Newcastle was a still city as well, like Wollongong. There's one that's at Wollongong trains departing now, going down the south coast. That's the one that I did come up with earlier. So it's going back. And you see the trains in the background going above it. Yeah, I do actually. That was a cheap one. That's $2.50. Yeah, yeah. The fines of that one's a bit more expensive. But yeah, and the bus, yeah, there was no one there taking the money for the ticket. So how was I not supposed to know? Now, all along here has been redone. Robin probably will know this. Up along the side here, on the other side of the platform, that's where we used to have the trains, the rail motors, or the cars loading onto the car carrier for the Indian Pacific, the gang when it used to come in here, and the monorail service up to Queensland where Robin is.
Robin wants to know if the mortuary station building is still there.
It is, but we're not going to be able to see it because of this bullshit monstrosity junk that they actually put here. It's blocking the view. Because it basically sits over to the right of that building. The way the camera's facing now, if that building wasn't in the way, that's new. That's only just been put up. If that building wasn't there, we can actually see the mortuary and the original line that used to take the freight trains to Darling Harbour. Now they do have a flyover here now, Robin, for the vehicles, the heavy vehicles to access this part of the platform, so we do not come up through Eddy Avenue anymore. That's all been closed off. Yes, it is. I believe they're actually restoring it. Now, the mortuary building has been on some movies. It also has been on the Babe, the talking pig, I think was in the second one, where they're actually catching the train. That was actually based just around the corner here when the military station was still in full operational. And there's been a couple of other movies where they actually used it. Something is coming out by the sounds of it. So this is what it looks like now. Platform 1 to our left. Goes up the 12 platforms that to the right. Used to be 15. These are all interstate and interurban trains, basically the network. That goes down to where I live, up north to Newcastle and west over the Blue Mountains. And the suburban trains are up on the other side. Hey, Steve, peace out, how are you? I wonder if it did, but it's got nothing there now. Do you know if what is it?
If the building blocking
the building that's blocking the view
is the control center,
is the control tower.
That control tower is no longer in operation. That control tower is no longer in operation.
No, what's the building blocking the view of the mortuary building?
I don't know. I do not know. I don't know whether that's the vent or the electric substation for the new metro rail system. I do not know. Sorry. My phone's getting a bit hot again. Yeah, so I'll walk my way back up. So, like for Robin, that used to come up here a lot before. It has changed. There's the dental hospital over in the background there. That was one of the original hospitals in this area. No, it's not. Yeah, we do have a train coming out. Okay. But where these sheds are here, all these working huts here, this is where they used to actually service all the old wooden passenger cars, which I'm trying to replicate that type of area on my layout. They had one area there, and also here where this building is, and along the side here, this is where they used to load up all the parcel vans for the mail trains and whatnot, going around all the country areas. But it's all gone now. Let me just try to get through the fence there. If you see the edge of that wall there, on the other side of the wall there's a tunnel that takes you to Darling Harbour. Of course, I can't go over there because it's a restricted area, and yeah, if I do get caught in there, you won't see me for a while. And that's the old, whether you see the skyscrapers there in the background, the tall ones, behind the front one there, that's the old brewery. Okay, I'm trying to make it more interesting. I'll just start walking back since the crowd's gone. Now, we do have the Canadian-built engine on the other platform. She's pretend to be, they're using the Southern Aurora cars. You can actually have the onboard dining experience on the passenger car, what it was like dining in one of those cars. Just going to go over the side here because there's someone filming. I don't know which one of these guys are it, but one of these guys are the ones that we see on YouTube all the time.
Steve wants to know, does Sweetwater dump into the Darling Harbor?
Yes. Yes. A lot of our water. Oh, here you go. Here comes an old electric Suburban set. I knew there was something coming. So you got the old Suburban cars. That's what we used to have before the double deckers. They've had that restored. They have changed a little bit in style, but pretty much the same sort of concept since the start of electrification in Australia, in Sydney in the early the late 1920s. That's been restored now, I believe. They are restoring the old 46 class diesel, 46 class electric to do heritage runs like this too. Now, as they got the double deckers, what they did was 2 of the carriages in the middle, they were swapped over to double decker cars. And then, of course, as technology and designs came improved for the double decker trains, they end up doing the 4 double deckers. There's one of the new ones going in the background there. It's hard to see it on a small screen, but if you have a big screen, you'll actually get to enjoy the view. Now, the V set, these were designed as an intercity service. Seats were comfortable. They were, yeah, you can basically say, like when the Accelas came out, they're the first comfortable trains in the network. Well, that's what these were. They were the real luxury trains of the days. But sadly, they are going to be decommissioned next year, and the trains that have been replaced, I was hoping to get a shot of them. They're getting reloaded onto the back of the ship and sent back to where they came from to do the modifications. Some are going to be modified here, but the rest of them going back to China. Now, those passenger trains on that side there and the suburban ones are actually run by the state government. They're not privately owned. The heritage steam engines that you see here, like the Garrett and the diesels, it's actually run by a museum, which is the Filmy Realm Museum, which is located down in Filmy. It's worthwhile going out and giving them a visit every now and then. There is an entry fee, sorry people. There is an entry fee, but for what they do, it's worth the price. Because if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't see these trains run. And particularly today, since we're on a fire danger, we're actually on a fire ban here in our area now, because the temperature's going up high. They still almost managed to be able to bring them out and run them. It is an amazing piece of machinery, that. Yeah, lucky Daryl. Um, yeah. Now, these yellow hoses that you see in between the platforms, they're actually the replenish all our interurban passenger trains in the Pacific, replenish the water system. And you can't quite see it, but the hose is actually linked. There's a big hose linked on the other side of the tender there, between the tank and the steam engine.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. She won't run out of water for a while. They do have, I don't know where they're going to fill it up with water, whether they're going to take it to the side or what the setup is with it. Looking at the passenger cars they got here, they got most of the ones that used to come down to our area. These are quite common. Got little compartments inside of them. This one's a steel carriage, made with steel shell on the outside. Yeah, actually that one's done up pretty nice. That one looks like it just had a coat of paint. Now that I can't remember where it has a masonite side or a steel side on it, or plywood side on it. But it's still got the old 6-axle bogies on it. They're 72 footers. They were probably a luxury. They were used as a suburban setup, but they were used a lot in the country areas of the state. They did have the sleeper versions of them as well. That's the FS there, Robin. Yeah, well, just hold on, Ohio, still, because something else is in the pipeline. Don't hold your breath on Eureka's models, because you don't know how long you're going to wait. There's been so much I've been waiting for models from me for a long time. These are the NBEs and NBC. Now, I did do one of these. I converted into a car that one of the first kit bashes. It actually had a guards compartment in it. I wouldn't mind a Garrett, but we never really had the Garretts run on down in my area in the south coast in Wollongong. Yes, I did go to Waterfall, but I'm generally now just sticking to what ran around south of Wollongong to Unanderra and down that way. And the Garretts didn't come down that way because they were too big and too heavy. Because I had to put a halt to what I buy. Because I'm running out of space. Now, well, just keep an eye out for it, but once they hit the retail shops, you'd be better off getting it from them than from Eureka. Otherwise, you'd be waiting for a while, because some of us have been waiting for 40 classes for nearly 5-6 years. And I've been waiting for the CPH rail motors to come back, and I'm still waiting 6 years later. So the way the passenger trains used to operate here with the diesel haul, the trains used to come up, obviously on the edge of the platform. They used to stop roughly about here. They'd unhook, go up to the end, and then the engines would actually turn up, go around it in the middle track. But even the Southern Pacific and not Southern Pacific, Spirit of Progress did used to pull up a little bit further. If it was a long train or the Pacific, and then they'd pull it forward enough to get the engines out. It was very busy for switching operations, for a layout. And here. And here you can see the difference in the colours, even with the observation car. That's been modified. So I don't know which car I'm going to be on, I think. I haven't even looked at the car. Yeah, ticket yet. But this is the one I'm going on later. But I won't do a live stream from it. I will do a video of the train trip. And we'll post it on one of my video posts. Now that looks like a boxcar red or crimson red, that, which was the original colour scheme, of our passenger cars back in the beginning of train travel, when they started painting up our trains. So that's the actual original colour scheme. Any questions, buddies? And then we've got the Alco, straight build Alco. And there's a 3801, the only survivor of her kind in Streamlined. She's only just been, they actually finished restoring her, rebuilding her during the showstopper. Towards the end of the showstopper, she'd been brought back into service. All the boilers been redone. Wheels have been all machined up and everything else, but look at that, looks like $1 million.
That's beautiful.
But if you notice, hey?
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
I love it.
I wish I could find the photos, but I've actually got naked pictures of her. And what I mean by naked, I've actually got photos of when they rebuilt it back in the 90s. They took her for a test run down, and she didn't have all the streamlining on her. All you saw was the boiler, because they were doing the boiler test and doing trial runs down the South Coast. So all you seen was the undercoat and no streamlining. Okay, I don't know. It was meant to go to, I don't know where it's going, down on my line, or it's going up to Stratfield. Daryl? So, I don't know where it's going out west or where it's going down south. I'll see if I'll let you know. I'll let you know in the video where we went to. Okay. So basically, there won't be so much of a crowd on the other side. I'll show you the cars. I want to save the power for later.
Artie, how
Okay,
many platforms does this station have?
Okay, on this section that I am now, because there's two parking stations. Now, this section I'm on here now, you initially had 15 platforms. Now it's down to 13. The other side's got 2, 4, 8 platforms on the other side, which is a suburban side. 8 platforms above, and has got 4 platforms underground. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
23 above, 4 below.
What's that?
Just adding it up.
We'll just follow these ladies. They got food. They got food. I love it when you get other people
So,
walk out in front of you.
Anthony, when you do your trip to Australia, would you rather do Sydney or Melbourne?
Well, because we're going to be visiting Artie, we're going to do Sydney. To be honest, there are things that are more north that we would like to do. Melbourne's actually much further south, and we would actually want to go north to see some things that are in the north, but don't know if it's feasible.
Well, we'll be talking about. I mean, Melbourne really. Honestly, I don't like Melbourne, but if you want to go north, we can go north. Because at June it's the dry season. It won't be so bad being up there.
Because the one thing that Joyce would like to see is the Great Barrier Reef, and that's more north, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 So I don't have a preference. I don't have a dog in the hunt when it comes to Sydney and Melbourne. I know a couple of people vaguely from Sydney. There's one person I know in Melbourne. But I don't, it's what, a 9-hour train ride from Sydney to Melbourne?
Oh, bugger drive. I'll be driving you down to Melbourne. Bugger going by train.
That'd be not, yeah. The drive is 9 hours. The train is like 12.
Yeah, but like, when we go down by train or by car, oh look, we're going to be on the news, 7 o'clock news tonight. News reporters are here. Hang on. I'll go down there and make some mischief, so then I'll get
video bomb them, Marty.
first
Quick,
dibs.
video bomb them.
Video bombing?
Video bombing.
Hey, okay.
Photo bombing, but
Yeah.
on video.
Oh, bugger, he's going in the dining
Walk right
car.
in front of the camera.
I just tried to, he ran away from me.
Say hello to someone random and just say, "Hey, Sparky, how you doing?"
Hey, Sparky, where are you? Sparky's supposed to be here. Have you seen Sparky?
They're going to think you're looking for your dog.
Sir Dodge, you here? Dodge? Where's that dodgy dog? Okay, this is the summer. We've got the summer roller cars. This is the state air conditioned sleeping cars that used to go up north. Oh, there's Sparky. I didn't say you was a dog.
No, I didn't say he was a dog. I just said if you go around saying, Sparky, hey, Sparky, here's Sparky. Where are you, Sparky? Do they think you're looking for a human?
People are going to think you're looking for a dog.
Yeah, Sparky. Hey, Sparky, Sparky. And look, Sparky does turn up. Yeah.
I was thinking Sparky was on the track just before the train came in.
Oh, my.
Well, let me have a look. No, he's not down there. No, he's not down there. This is the summer roller cars. These ones here, and the dining car. That used to go down to Melbourne. That's the one that young Richard is modelling. Sparky, Jordan, and fun. We do love you. You know that. We're just trying to get ourselves in the 6 o'clock news tonight.
But see, you've already got Joyce covered. You're close to the ocean. You've got mountains. You've got hiking.
Oh, I've got everything here.
You've got hiking areas. You've got mountains and forests. You've got the ocean and a river, all in Wollongong. You find her the horseback riding. She won't need anything else.
Yeah, well, I've got a horseback riding for her.
And I just have
Yeah,
to
well, the horse.
train shop.
Yeah, well, I've already got the saddle for you, and the reins. We got the Garrett moving out by the sounds of it. Yep. Oh, bugger. Yeah, we need to get moved up closer.
Sparky's proven he's been watching since the beginning.
Yep. Sparky's passes the test.
Yeah, but did he write down all of the numbers? That's the question.
Oh, yeah, the carriage numbers, yeah. That's for the bonus points. Hey! No one does the royal wave anymore. Oh, he's done the royal wave. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. He told me to get bugger off. Bye. I wonder if these people know this is the Berrima Jail Express. Actually, the look on that girl's face when I said that was like, what?
She was looking
You're a
for your
better
number.
person
Already
than
go
me,
catch her.
Sparky. Or I shouldn't say Sparky. You're a better person than me, Artie.
Why?
Because I'd be handing the camera to Joyce after that person did the gesture. I'd hand the camera to Joyce and I'd go running along, and what I'd be doing is banging at the window, go, "Get off the train! Get off the train! Get off the train!" And then just as they stop, just as you stop and they're looking out the window at you, you just look at them like this and do this.
Hey, look.
Don't go! Don't get on that train!
I used to love it, you know, when I used to do the coaches, you know, we used to do the overnight trips to Melbourne or Brisbane, but particularly Melbourne. And look, everybody's asleep. You start waking them up and you go, "Welcome to Adelaide," a totally different city to where they're supposed to be, and they all just freak out. And now, with our trains here in Australia, we never had locomotives with head-end power like you do in the US, where your passenger trains or locomotives have the generator in it. We actually had a generator. Well, it's not good. We actually had these generator cars on all our passenger trains. So where that helped is any engine or locomotives anywhere in the network will hook up to the train and take it to where it is. So we didn't have to find a locomotive that had a generator on it. Now we've got another stampede. So anyway, how did everybody enjoy the show? Anybody's got any more questions? Anything else they want to see? Apart from seeing me get arrested again. Or getting in trouble.
Yeah, I like how you walked right into that woman as you said that. You walked right up to that woman. She's looking at you like, what? What? You walk right up to her. Anybody want to see me get arrested again?
Hey, we all here to have fun. We think just doesn't know it. She's from Sydney. I'm from down south, where we have fun.
Soldner.
Well, glad you enjoyed our AOSD. I don't come to Sydney very often, and since we've got this Transport Expo, I thought I'd come up here and share it with you guys, because I know there's some of you that would like to come in here but can't. I don't know what junk they're going to do here, but I believe that's part of the new structure that's being put up. Now, I have got a few more bits and pieces for you, Anthony, for your trip.
Okay.
But when you guys get a chance, maybe before or after you come back from England, we'll have a chat with what you want to do. With me, it's either way, because I'll take you wherever you want. Because since you don't like flying, yeah.
What I want to do is I want to see a Victorian Football League game.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I want to see.
Well, we'll work out a
I
day.
want to see Aussie football.
What about, would you want one of them in a rugby game or what?
No, I want to see, like Collingwood or,
I know they won the grand final, but yeah, do not mention that word here. We'll go and watch the Swans. How's that sound?
in Sydney? What's the team in Sydney?
Swans.
Oh,
The Sydney
really?
Swans.
The Swans are Sydney. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of follow them since they're my state team. But I go for the Richmond Tigers, which is an older Melbourne team. Actually, Collingwood won last year.
A game that's sort of rugby, sort of soccer, sort of American football, all rolled into one.
Yeah.
I loved watching that back in the 80s. I loved watching that. The Magpies were my team.
Well, for your information, they won this year's grand final.
Yeah, we just don't get it. It used to be on ESPN. I would watch it early in the morning before I went to school, 5 a.m. I'd be up watching it, catch the bus at 6.
Well, you should have said it because you could have watched it for free on air on 7 May or Channel 7. They got a website. You could have watched the grand final yesterday because Magpies were in it. And one of the new Sydney teams was in it in the grand final, and apparently it was a good game. But yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can go to that. And
season on in June?
Yes, that's our football season.
Because I'm not talking rugby, I'm talking true Aussie rules football.
Yeah, that too is at the same time. The Aussie rules and the rugby are both.
That would be
both in the winter season. See, today there's the rugby grand final. Yesterday was the Aussie rules grand final, but yeah, Yep.
Isn't June the beginning of your winter?
Yes. Yeah.
In the summer.
Yeah, let me go over to the other side.
Well, your football's ass backwards, so I figured, yeah, your seasons are too.
Yeah. See, we're just finishing off our football season now.
Well, June is mild in their area this time of year, and it's the only time we can travel.
Yeah, it's mild. It doesn't get well. It's basically because that's the only time you can travel, but it's actually pretty comfortable here.
Winter in Toledo. It's not like winter in Toledo.
No, we don't get the snow. We do get cold, but not as cold as you. We don't go into the what do you call them?
Good night, Steve.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, Steve. I would go up to this way, but it's cute. No, bring me back too much. Too many old memories.
Almost
But I used to
walking past there.
But that's pretty much semi-auto gearbox, pre-select, and it had Armstrong steering. This is what it used to look down below at Eddie Avenue, what we went over before. The car shops and whatnot, the engine facility, which is just down the track. A lot of these. I'll just get out of here. Sorry, guys. All the different uniforms. I'll do another tour of Thurlby one time. Mind you, it is a school holidays. That's why it's so crowded out here at the moment. There's an old rail motor, like an old school bus.
Wow.
Now the old railway square. which is where we turned around with the bus, which I showed where to start the stream. Now all these are the old buildings that was in the background, which is all gone. These are that's actually the old post office. That's the only structure that's still standing.
Okay.
The old turntable.
Very cool.
And he's gone.
There we go. Very cool tour, though. I love seeing those.
That was very cool. And very different from.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in American train stations. I've been in UK, German, Austrian, Czech, and each country there's a little bit different. And that one was very different still. A little bit of sort of the UK British influence, obviously, but very different.
Yeah, you could definitely see where the roots came from. Absolutely. So not sure if Artie's coming back. We definitely know this time he's not being arrested.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that bus driver chased him down.
That's possible.
You owe me $250.
All right, Robin. Have a good night.
All right, good night, Rod, because I actually need to be signing off here. But
he's coming back.
And the funniest thing is, Artie said, "Oh, wait, sorry."
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. Hang on. Hear me okay?
Yes. We get
Yeah. Loud and clear.
Okay. I don't know what happened. I was going to just wait for some of these people to... Now, this used to be inside the carriage that used to carry the greyhounds to the race meets around the area. What's that done in 1939? And here's the instructors learning. Now, I wonder if one of these guys here are the former members of the Sydney Model Railway Society.
Hey, Fido, how was your ride? Ruff.
Woof, woof, woof. Okay, here you have...
The DiMaggio?
Here you have what the Central Station used to look like back in the 1940s. As you can see,
wow.
You've got the railway carriage sheds there. That's where that new brick building is. You've got the duck under there that take you into Darling Harbour. That's the mortuary platform there. You can just see the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Now, with today's view, you wouldn't see any of that. You've got all skyscrapers in there now. The area where we went by bus was basically up in this part. The clock tower would have only just been finished then. So it shows you how much it's actually changed to what it is now. That old signal box is gone. That's been updated. This setup is still there. This is all gone now. That's where they used to keep all the suburban trains. Now, this display here used to be where that big monstrosity tower is there for the destinations of the train departures. That's what we used to have there. Now that has been saved and it's up at the Powerhouse Museum.
Okay.
Now, where's my train? Which one would be mine? Would have been that one there, I think. Yeah, platform 15. That would have been the one that I would have been. Most of our trades were at 14, 15. The Toronto workshop, which is just down the road where our 38s and 57s are built. Now these newsstands used to be in the main concourse. I'm trying to get around here, guys. Just bear with me. Now that's up Maitland. That's one of the main coal industries up our sister city in Newcastle. There's an old boiler being built just down the road. The Toronto shops. Now the old shops where they used to do that is now being converted into TV studios. These people move out the way. Here's a shot here of what it used to look like the central station before the electrification.
Good night, Sparky.
So that would have been done.
Sparky.
Bye, Sparky. Now that would have been done before 1926, roughly about that time, because electrification came in after 1926. Now all those buildings are gone. Actually, I think it's either this building here or this building just recently burnt down a few months ago. The young kids go in and set it alight. The guys were restoring it into a motel. There's our Royal Australian Air Force recruitment train using passenger cars. Actually, here's a photo from Thurl down my area in the old coal station. This is how they used to load the coal in our trains. They used to go up the top into the triple, load the bins up, and the coal train would down and be on the bottom. But that's all gone now. There used to be a big roundhouse down there. Pastries, the old stands. Actually, I miss all these.
That looks like a really cool hangout.
Now this is up towards the Blue Mountains, so that's the Caves Express. Now you've got Jamal Caves. That would be a nice place where Georgia would like to get lost. I mean, there's plenty to see in here. Like the old photos, the old clock on cards. Them days are gone. It's all done by internet now and iPads, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's no more of that club. There you go, the first official electric train in 1932 going over the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And that's a non-streamlined version of 38. Like the 3801, but this is a non-streamlined version. This was done in the factory down the road. This was done in 1945, this photo. And all those people that you see were involved in constructing and designing that steam engine.
Did you miss picture day that day, Artie?
No, I'm right here. See that me there at the end there? That's me.
Oh, yeah, I recognize the dress.
Yeah, no, you recognise the dirty overalls? Yeah. And look, we got Daryl there in the middle. Yeah, I love him too. Now, there is the Australian Railway History.
Artie, I got to interrupt you for a second. I got to log out. I got to get going.
Okay, mate. We'll talk soon. I'm going to be logging off in a moment
Anthony,
too.
it was good talking to you, bud.
All right, good to talk to everybody. Take care, everybody. But yeah, I got to log out. Take care.
Okay, thanks for your help. See ya. Now, here you go. Now, this photo here is basically taken from here, looking down that far end where that side billboard is in the distance.
Yeah.
That's where this used to be.
Oh, wow.
And now it's all gone. Yep. Yep. That's all gone now.
That's a beautiful shop, too.
Now, this shot here is taken down my way heading up north to Sydney when the duplication line was finished. And there is actually a tunnel. There's actually a tunnel on, you can just see in the picture, the other tunnel was over there. But it used to go down in the gully. I'm going to go up there soon. I've got to get up there soon. But if you have a look at this picture, when I live stream from there, you see the difference. It's all populated and there's all buildings down the bottom. Of course, there's not much up on the top of that hillside. Okay, I'm going to go to the eastern side of the platform. Just mind your eyes, people. Now, can't go past this guy here. People sitting on the shrine. John Whitten, he's the father of New South Wales Railways for this state. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have a rail network that we have. And this is the new modern destination board. So for those who want to come down and visit me, all you've got to do is look for, I don't know if you can see it, it either has, say, Bomaderry, which is there now, Kayena or Wollongong. Most of the time it's got Bomaderry.
Okay.
Now the ticket office, now, this is how much it's changed. Down below the ticket office, that used to be the male restrooms, and the females were up in the far corner. Yes, it used to be here. It's gone now. It's gone back near Redfern, Les. Yeah, it used to be there. Well, they opened up the cafeteria. You would...
Excuse me?
You would remember... How fucking rude. It was already moving. Pardon the French. This has all been revamped. These restaurants here. We did have an accident here just before the pandemic. There was a fast food outlet here called Hungry Jack's, which is a subsidiary of Burger King. It mysteriously caught on fire one night, and it burnt a lot of this part of the area out. So they only finished mysteriously, yeah. Yeah. Because they haven't been welcomed back since then.
Oh, Les is in the house. He says the bookshop used to be a beauty. Now you're lucky if you can buy a paper in the place. Platform 24.
Yeah, well, you see, that picture that I showed you where that coffee shop, the ice cream stand was, that used to be here, where I'm standing. You used to only have a couple of these turnstiles. Then you used to have another one by where that sign is for the Olympic Park. Of course, that's what it is. It's a grand final. It's all these balloons here. The ones at the front is the Penrith Panthers, which is the Sydney team against Brisbane Broncos from Brisbane. So there's extra trains going to the Olympic Stadium. Yeah, that's why there's so many people about. That explains why there's so many people about. So it's going to be very, very busy here soon, and I'm glad I'm taking the train ride where I am because everybody's going to be at the match and there won't be so many people about then. Yeah. Okay. Now we've got the Easy Mart. That's the only paper shop here. You pay premium price for the newspapers and candies and drinks and sweets. But there is a nice cafeteria and food outlet just below us here, which I normally go and have a food. It's affordable. So now we come to the eastern side of the main concourse, where we see the suburban lines in the distance. Now everything is controlled. The whole state rail network is controlled upstairs in this part of the building by computers.
Okay.
And there's one going into the underground. One going left is going into the underground, and one that's coming in from our left to right. That just come out of the underground.
Hey, Niecy's in the house.
Hey, Nissy. Oh, Nissy, you missed out on all the Beach Boys that were about. You really missed out again. And they were topless this time too. And of course, yeah, we've got the small planes on this side. If you ever come in the big planes, they're actually on the other side of the station. But you get a good view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and that when you come in. Depending, if you're coming into Sydney, if you're sitting on the left side, you'll see the bridge. It's the left side of the plane, basically. And if they're coming in from that direction. Basically, I'm just going to take a view into the city. It's a lot different on that photo. It's all skyscrapers now. And the building's made out of Sydney sandstone. That's actually mined locally, not far from here. And it's last at the top. Very beautiful it is. I mean, look at that architecture. Mind you, this has all been just cleaned out just recently. We've got a pigeon up there. Okay. Let me get up the front. Now this was the VIP entrance here. Now we've got the trolleys coming in. The light rail. Yeah, originally light rails did used to come up here. So now they've brought it back in again. I'm just going to go up here in the shade. I'm going to sign off up here in the shade. And of course, there's the park that we went around. Hopefully I don't get hit by a tram. Splat. Now they'll get my ratings up. You still there? Yeah, they'll get the ratings up, wouldn't it?
Well, sure would.
Yeah, I only got hit by a tram. I shouldn't be laughing about that because there was a girl that got run over by a tram just down the line there. She went in between the train where they says do not cross, and she did. The tram took off. She got caught. Yeah, I mean the sign's big enough. You have to jump over it, and they still decide, no, I'm going to go through here. She won't do that again. So that's the park we went around when we went on the double-decker bus trip.
Okay.
We do have a lot of those trees that you see in there, the old native fig trees. A lot of them been around even before, as long as I can remember. And it's a nice place to go and have a hangout. Now, there was a lot of homeless people in there, but they've relocated to a better place. They are doing something about the homelessness here, something as much as they possibly can. Not a lot what going on. Not a lot what it's going on over your way. So that one there, that train there now you see is heading into the underground, which is blasted trees. Just behind the tree line there is the regional mouth of the underground line. I'll actually have a shot of it in the next 2 weeks on my Fun Day Friday. You'll see it.
Sounds good.
So hopefully everybody enjoyed the show. Let me get in the show. This phone is getting a bit hot to handle.
I thought it was interesting. Very, very good show.
Yeah. Phone's getting hot. I'm getting hot. I mean, luckily we've got the breeze, but in the sun, it's sitting about 96, 97 in the sun at the moment.
Gotcha.
And it's yet to get hotter. So I'm going to go and have a cold drink. So here's one of our new trolleys. We call them trams.
Very cool. Very cool.
Just showing our friend John Ricard's out here, because this was actually from Denmark. This was actually built over there, or Spain. I think it's one. I don't know whether this one was done in Spain or Denmark, and the other ones were done. Well, we got two lots. We've got these ones, another lot. One was done in Denmark, another one was done in Spain.
Okay.
So hopefully everybody enjoyed it. I should be back in my own domain next week. Rick, thank you very much for helping myself and Anthony to co-host the show. It's always a pleasure to have you on board.
You are welcome.
Now, everybody, give each other a love and subscribe to each other, watch everybody's content. I'm slowly catching up. I'm slowly getting back to my normal self. As some of you have already seen, I already got myself in trouble during my live stream, so that's getting pretty close to normal, isn't it, Rick?
You're doing all right.
So, everybody, have fun, stay safe, and see you all soon. Bye for now.
Have a good night, everyone.